This is Stuart Cameron with a look at yesterday's rugby from the Borders. And Gala's dream of winning the Premiership are over after they lost to Stirling County 26-21 at Bridgehawk, coupled with the fact that Ayr beat Curry 39-13. Those results meant that Ayr are champions. Gala scored 2 tries in Stirling from Andy McLean and Grant Somerville, with Lee Miller converting 1 and kicking 3 penalty goals. Also in the Premiership, Melrose lost at home to Dundee 37-21. They scored 3 converted tries from Gary Holborn, Fraser Thompson and Andrew Skeen, but it wasn't enough. They stay third on 38 points, but Heriots and Aberdeen are both on 37 after their wins against Boroughmuir and Edinburgh Accies respectively. And to show you how tight things are, Curry are 6th on 36 and Dundee and Stirling are next, both on 35. That's just 3 points separating 3rd and 8th. Only the top 4, of course, will play British and Irish Cup rugby next season, so lots to play for. On to the big game in the National League between Hawick and Glasgow Hawks. First against second, and one of them will get automatic promotion back to the Premiership. 3 minutes into injury time and it was tied 6-6, and a second draw for these two teams this season looked on the cards. But then this happened. Commentary from Stuart McCulloch.
Now Hawick have stolen it. Cottle get the ball out wide. It comes out to Hawk. Lee Armstrong going to give it to Keats. No, Armstrong, he's in. He's there. Hawick have gone in. Lee Armstrong has gone in for the try. 3 minutes of injury time played here at Mansfield Park, and Lee Armstrong has crashed over for the try. It's Hawick 11, it's Glasgow Hawks 6.
Immediately after the whistle blew, I went over to have a chat with Hawick coach Phil Leck.
Phil, my God, you left it late, but what a win.
Yeah, I never doubted it. Strange game because we played a lot better in the first half. We defended really, really well. We played a decent structure and we did all the things that we'd talked about and we're very happy at half time, and I thought we could have come away and come and done some. But Hawks' defence is not the best in the league for nothing, and they frustrated everything that we were trying to do. We didn't get enough clean ball. We certainly weren't allowed to play out wide, which Jamie's obviously done a good job on his analysis stuff. So they sort of cut us down. It was a bit of a rusher out before because Rory Hutton, bless him, has been on the toilet most of the morning and most of the time when he's been warming up in the changing rooms and whatever, so we had to sort of pull him out last minute. I thought Oggy did a fantastic job, and as I said to him before he started, I always knew that he can do that job for us, no problems whatsoever. Very close to being probably man of the match on my card. Top and bottom of it is you can see some character in that side, and they're still fighting and scrapping for everything that they can get. It keeps the pressure on Hawks and it keeps us in a bracket where we want to be in next year.
Well, I don't think anybody has scored a bonus try point against Hawks all season, so that was always going to be difficult. Today was all about that win.
You were always going to be hard pressed to get. I mean, they've only conceded something like 138 points in the whole of the year, so you know it was always going to be a big ask. But I mean, we scored 2 tries against them at their place, and I thought with a little bit more luck and the ball had gone for us, we could have scored another couple of tries, to be honest, and we butchered a couple. But that's the nature of the side. They want to play rugby, and they'll play rugby for 80 minutes, and they showed that today.
Were you surprised when they had that opportunity to kick for a 9-6 lead right in front of the post and they went for the corner?
Not really, because Jamie's the same as us and same as me. As a coach, we want to play rugby. He was looking to win the game, and sometimes decisions go against you. We've had occasions where we've done exactly the same thing. So I was quite surprised, but in the same instance, I can look at his philosophy of playing and applaud it as well.
Now, on paper, of course, you've got money in the bank, you've got the tries up there. They've got a lot of games in hand against what you would classify as lower opposition, but there's a lot of rugby still left in this league. It's going to go down to the wire.
They've got to come the Borders twice, haven't they? So they're not going to relish coming to Kelso, and they're certainly not going to relish coming to Jed, because you know Jed are fighting for the life and scrapping for the life, and you know as well as I do on the day Jed can turn anybody over. If they get rid of some injuries and get the right side out on the pitch, then you know that's always going to be a potential banana skin for them. You know, we've had our 2 potential banana skins, but now what it opens up is that, you know, I'm hoping that Jed will sort of get clear and whatever before we have to go to them, because if we have to go there and and scrap for their survival and our Premiership, then that'll be a good game.
Certainly will, won't it? Well done for today, Phil.
Thank you very much.
On Friday night, Hoyk's prop Sean Muir played half an hour for Scotland under-20 in their victory over Ireland at Netherdale. Then he played the full match for Hoyk against Hawks, illustrating what playing for the green jersey means to him.
Crazy couple of days, eh? Last night was amazing, the buzz of the boys just beating Ireland, but today was, I've been looking forward to this game for a while, and just beating Hawks like that, it's just not very good for my health. 2 nights, just 2 close wins, but now hopefully we can push on to the end of the season. We've got Jed to play left, beat Jed, but Hawks got a few games left, so just have to see what happens. But Prem 1's aim, and if we get there next season, then more of the same, hopefully.
The good news is you've got your tries and your points in the bank. They've got to still go out and get them, and visiting Jed's not going to be easy. Visiting Kelso's not going to be easy for them.
Definitely, I would rather be in our position, being in the front and that rather than chasing, because tough place to go. Kelso, they've still got to go to Kelso and Jed, and as we know, it's a very tough place to go and try and get a result. But unbelievable finish. Just struck forwards.
You're on the cusp of back into the Premiership, which is where Hoyk should be and Hoyk want to be. But at the very least now, you've got a crack at a runner-up position, effectively, a playoff position. So a lot to play for yet.
Definitely, that's it. The playoff, no doubt, is going to be a tough game. But first place is what we want. We set out at the start of the season to win the league, and this is where we are now, top of the league, and a few weeks to go. Hopefully, we can do it.
A few nerves at the end, though. I think it was 2 minutes into injury time. The only try of the match, Lee Armstrong breaking away there. Fantastic.
Yeah, we knew in that corner it had to be a massive scrum, try and get a turnover. We went for it, didn't get a turnover, but in the end, we were a back row. Our back row was superb today. Stuart Graham, I think he's an awesome player. Keith Davis, the back row was immense. Nick McTaggart, and they got the turnover, got it wide, and Lee's been doing it all season, so unbelievable.
And from a personal point of view, what a season for you.
Oh, unbelievable. Couldn't ask for more. Just playing for Scotland the past few weeks has summed up, but I still love playing for Hoyk, love turning out for my hometown, and hopefully we can get to Prem 1 next year and roll on.
You can see that dramatic try, by the way, on Borders Rugby television right now at bordersrugby.net. Well worth a look. Hoyk are 13 points clear at the top, with only an away game at Jed Forest to play, but Hawks have 3 games in hand, so it's going to go down to the wire. At the other end of the table, Jed Forest scored a remarkable win at Stuart's Melville, 32-31, with a try bonus to keep their hopes alive of surviving in the top 20 of Scottish rugby. They jumped above Biggar, whose game against Selkirk was postponed, and are now 6 points behind Hamilton with a game in hand. Their 4 tries went to Ian Chisholm, Ross Goodfellow and a double from Lewis Young, with Chisholm also kicking 3 conversions and 2 penalties. Kelso are 2 points away from safety now after winning at Watsonians 36-14. Their tries were credited to Richard Minto, Gregor Miller, Stuart Lowry and a brace from Michael Robertson, while Murray Hastie converted 4 and scored a penalty. Into Championship B now, and Peebles continued their brilliant run with a 65-19 win at home to Lasswade, which keeps them to within 6 points of Howe of Fife, who they'll play at home soon. Among the Peebles try scorers were Warren Kearney, Connor Blythe with 2, James Hamara, Rory Clinch and Callum Scott. For Hoyk YM, though, the wheels have come off. They went down heavily at Murrayfield Wanderers 69-7, slumping to their 6th consecutive defeat in all competitions. Stephen Hill scored YM's try, Graham Kellington converted. The Murrayfield dream ended for St Boswell's yesterday as they lost 23-3 at Broughton in the final of the East Bowl competition. Meanwhile, in the Shield, Gala YM turned round a 44-3 loss last week against Hoyk Lindeen to beat them 51-6 this week. Langham won 36-21 at Earlston, while Duns got an away win at Hoyk Harlequins. Now, with 1 round to go in that competition, 3 teams can win the Shield. We have Berwick on 19 points, Gala YM on 18, Langham have 16. March the 16th is when that contest reaches its conclusion, when Langham will host Berwick and Gala YM are against bottom club Hoyk Harlequins. Finally, in the East League Division 3, it finished Leith 91, Walkerburn 0. Well, next week, the big game in the area is the RBS Cup quarter-final between Selkirk and Melrose. That's at Philiphaugh, with Gala playing Aberdeen Grammar up north. For all the latest news, results, video, audio and rankings, you can go to bordersrugby.net.
Stark, Main & Co are a UK award-winning firm of chartered tax advisors and accountants committed to offering high-quality tax and business advisory services. With a committed and professional team, we have the focus and drive to help you change the numbers which are important to you. We are proud of the difference we can make together.